Hello everyone and welcome to Abundantly Minimal. My name is Sarah and today is our 5th day of Minimal May. This month is all about simplifying your life to create abundance and live intentionally. So we've got lots of fun videos for you here on my YouTube channel. And you can also check out the link below to get your free minimalist guides. I've got an 8-step minimalist transformation guide as well as a decluttering challenge guide. So those are for you free down below if you click the link there. Let's get to today's topic, 5 things that I've stopped buying. Kind of perfect for our 5th day of Minimal May. But basically one of the best parts that I have found with minimalism is that it does save so much money. And today, these 5 things that I've stopped buying hopefully maybe can help you think about if you still want those in your life and maybe you can stop buying these same things too. Obviously, these are just my own opinion and maybe some of these for you are really important things, but I figured I would share them. And one other part too that I love about these, not only do these help me live a more minimalist lifestyle when I've stopped buying these, but these also have really positive environmental effects too. So if you are big into the environment like I am, then maybe these will be things that you want to consider too. So the first thing I've stopped buying are movies. Now, this is one, obviously I'm holding a movie. We have this movie, this is Star Wars. My husband Jake's a huge Star Wars fan. I admit they've grown on me a little bit too. But basically, we haven't bought new movies with very few exceptions, Star Wars being one of them. But basically our rationale is that, first of all, there are places to still rent movies, whether that's, the good old Family Video. We've got one in walking distance down the street in our current apartment, so that's kind of fun. And then Redbox in many stores, so you can access these movies for a fraction of the cost. I don't know about you, I typically don't really enjoy watching movies over and over again. Very rarely done that with movies. Exceptions would be movies that I have in my classroom, like each year after kids take a constitution test, they will watch National Treasure, or different documentaries that maybe I'll show to students, but otherwise I don't really watch movies again. For me in college, I went through a phase where I was like, let me buy all these old movies that I loved when I was a kid. I bought them used online, so cost was pretty cheap, but the funny thing is too, when I watched it again, I was like, okay, I didn't really need to buy that and own that, so oftentimes I'd get rid of them. If you do wish to keep movies and want ownership of them, one thing that's kind of interesting is a lot of movies these days, when you buy them, they provide sometimes DVD, Blu-ray, and a digital version all in one. So one hack if you wanted to save space or save costs on movies would be to split that. If you've got friends or family who's also interested in the film, you could divide those up. Here you get the DVD, you get the Blu-ray, you get the digital copy. Just a thought. Also, if you are looking to save space, let's say you're like, well, no way am I stopping my movie purchasing. If you do want to save space, you can use the little paper sleeves or little plastic sleeves for the DVDs, and that's a way you can take a giant movie library and consolidate it even into the size of a shoebox. So that's a thought for you if you're looking to simplify your space. But movies, I've kind of stopped buying them. Next up, I've kind of stopped buying cleaning products. To be honest, I never really did buy that many cleaning products, but if you walk down the cleaning product aisle, there's a variety of different compounds and chemical properties. There's a strong scent when you're walking down that aisle. And the reality of the situation is that you really don't need anything fancy. Some combinations of just household ingredients that I'll use, baking soda, vinegar, those are 2 great solutions, much more affordable, more eco-friendly, saves a lot of money. Lemon juice can be very effective. And if you are looking for one product that will help you with the cleaning, one thing that I really enjoy for other uses too is the Dr. Bronner's soap. They have a variety of flavors, and what's amazing, they actually say that there's 18 uses, and many of these are cleaning. They can be personal care products. So for instance, I use this as my face wash now. And so it's like just one product you can use a lot. So if you are looking for a product, these work really, really well. I think I'll probably do a video where I test out all 18 uses. I think I've only actually tried using it for 3 or 4 uses so far. So I am curious about all 18 of them to see how well they work. But these can be a really great alternative, or honestly just, water, baking soda, vinegar, etc. So cleaning products, I'm done buying. No need. Next up, I've stopped buying paper towels. Now for me, this one's more an environmental situation just because I hated the amount of waste that I was generating in that way. By no means am I perfect. I still use other disposable products, sometimes like Kleenex and whatnot. But with the paper towels, for me, it's worked out pretty well. Things I can use instead, if you're using paper towels to wipe down surfaces, I recommend taking any old clothing items and using those to help wipe things up. These were from some flannel pajama pants, and I cut them up after they had ripped. Use them for like dust rags, and they work really well with that. You can just throw them in the wash when they're done, and they're good as new the next time. So I really enjoy doing that. And then one thing too that I've also used, there are different reusable cloth kind of a things. This one's kind of sponge texture. This is the Skoy brand. But basically you can use this like for kitchen messes, let's say, and put it in the dishwasher. Not that we have one right now, but when we do. But you can toss them in the dishwasher and clean them. It kind of has sponge-like properties as well. So there are products on the market that you can use instead of paper towels. Those are a few things I recommend. Another thing I've stopped buying are individual sizes of different personal care products. I already talked a little bit about using this for face wash, but I'm done buying some of those little bottles. Honestly, if you've got a product you enjoy, I would encourage you to buy the biggest size available and just refilling the container as you go, because the cost savings is ridiculous. Even just with soap, for instance, this is just a generic Whole Foods foaming hand soap refill pack. This is a giant jug here, and this was $9, and it is even more eco-friendly than some alternatives would be on the market. We've got a smaller soap dispenser, and this will be able to fill this up over 6 times. So it's kind of amazing when you think about the mileage you can get. This is just one container. Like, I will never buy the individual small soaps again. Such a waste of money. Buying a bigger jug and then just refilling it, you know, every month or however long it takes for you to go through the soap, so much easier and cheaper. So that's something I've stopped buying, and the same can work too for other body care products. This is Everyone, like Organics. This is a 3-in-1, but again, it's like double or triple the size of other bottles of shampoo or conditioner I've seen, and this is kind of like all-in-one product there too. So even more, this helps you simplify the number of products that you're using, as well as how often you have to buy them. So buying these bulk jugs, really a great option. And then finally, I don't really have any specific props here, but I have in general really stopped buying brand new clothing and shoes. The reason for this, unfortunately, the fashion industry is the second most polluting in the world, right after fossil fuels and that kind of thing. And I think that was something that was really startling to me. You can check out the True Cost documentary if you're curious to learn more about the issues. But basically, I just didn't want to contribute to that problem anymore. And also, I'm really cheap. So I've been just pretty much buying used clothing and shoes for the most part. There are some exceptions. So for example, if I was buying a new pair of running shoes, which I think I did about a year ago, those last me a while, but buying a new pair of running shoes, that's a little different, I guess, since, you know, you put a certain number of miles in the shoes. Not that I go running that much, but as far as the other items, I have found that even in rural Illinois, where we live right now, I have found that there are a lot of great used options for things. So a lot of my clothing and a lot of the shoes I've purchased more recently are used, and the cost savings is ridiculous. So I would definitely recommend checking out your local facilities there. Obviously, you know, if you're concerned about hygiene and whatnot, you can wash things when you get them, but just thinking about that can take a lot of the environmental cost and as well as the monetary cost away and give you alternative options. So there you guys go. Those are 5 things that I've stopped buying, and I'd love to hear from you. What are things that you no longer buy? Because we can always be trading more ideas. I'm always trying to save more money and would love to hear from you. If you like this video and want to stay informed with all of our fun Minimal May videos that are posted this month, you can subscribe next to this picture of my face, or down below in the description field. And also, don't forget to get your free copies of the 8-Step Minimalist Transformation and the Decluttering Challenge Guide. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow for our next Minimal May video. Bye!